So in this video, I'm going to be running you guys through the problems that are keeping you from scaling, and then I'm going to be presenting you guys the solutions slash inputs that we implement to help you fix those problems. Okay, so in this video, I'm essentially going to be showing you guys how Content2Cash.io will solve all of your problems if you are a BSc coach doing anywhere between 5 to 10K liquid at the moment. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into all of the problems. Okay, so the first problem is obviously not being niched down. Okay, so not being niched down, it obviously results in you competing with a lot of, the bigger guys within the space. And obviously these guys have, a lot more content out, a lot more social proof out, and overall just better kind of, sales processes than you do, right? Therefore, when it comes to, any type of, consumer, they're obviously going to go with, the choice that has more social proof, as well as, just more content to consume to kind of warm them up over time before they even make their purchase and kind of reassure them in terms of their purchase. Okay. Now, what is the solution to not being niched down? So essentially what we'll do is, as soon as you're brought on board to, Content2Cash.io, we'll go through, me and you together, the foundational copywriting sheet, and we will niche down so hard that you'll be separated from the rest of the competition, and you will essentially create your own lane with nobody in the way. Okay, meaning obviously your dream prospects are going to be coming to you, and you're going to be the only person offering that kind of in-depth of a solution. Okay, next is a lack of the irresistible offer. Okay, the four things that I always talk about in terms of scaling a coaching offer or a coaching program are your mindset, your offer, your acquisition systems, and your service delivery systems. Okay, and if even one of those things is out of place, then the entire machine is essentially fucked. Okay, so the offer is very, very, very important. Okay, and a lack of an irresistible offer, like I said, it could mess everything up. Okay, so what is the solution? Okay, we will help you redefine and restructure your offer using the foundational copywriting sheet. Okay, as you can see, this foundational copywriting sheet is very, very important. Okay, and we go through this as soon as you come in, literally, within the first, hour or so. Okay, number 3 is lack of market positioning slash value. Okay, so obviously, if you don't position yourself as an authority or of value to the market, then the market is not going to reward you with anything. Okay, so the solution is obviously using, once again, the foundational copywriting sheet. We will create you an irresistible sales argument so that you can understand how to communicate your value to the market that you are trying to sell to. Okay, number 4 is a lack of a proven process to go from X to Y. Okay, so obviously all the big coaches, they have very, very proven and leveraged and predictable sales processes. Okay, hence why they're doing numbers. Okay, because for their team that is converting the people, it's simply just repetition. Okay, so obviously they already have attention onto them. So all you have to do is make people engage. Once people engage, their setters go through obviously the people that engage, and they start conversations. And from there they book calls. When they book calls, they go through sales processes. Once they go through sales processes, they get pre-sold. When they get pre-sold, they hop on the call. When they hop on the call, then they become new clients. And when they become new clients, you service deliver. And when you service deliver, they become a case study that you can then leverage to attract even more people. Okay. So the solution is we implement the Content2Cash system within your sales process to consistently and predictably sign on new clients at a very, very high closing rate. Okay. The next kind of issue is little to no leverage and predictability, like I was just talking about. And the solution is the Content2Cash system. Okay, the Content2Cash system, it uses ads, content, and appointment setters to take prospects from cold to hot in record speed and time. Okay. Next is a lack of traffic. Okay, so obviously if we don't have traffic onto what we're selling and us as a personal brand, then you can expect very, very little in return from the market itself. Okay, since you're not essentially driving or making the inputs to obviously kind of convert people. Okay, so if you don't have people, if you don't have eyeballs on you, then you can't convert anybody. Okay, so the solution to this is obviously we pay for qualified eyeballs using ads, and then we pair that with short form content to nurture these people and drive even more traffic. Okay. Next is a lack of an acquisition team. Okay, so if you do not have an acquisition team, you can have all of the eyeballs on you, but if you do not have anybody on the back end converting this, this attention, these eyeballs, then you're not going to make any money. Okay, and I've seen countless people in this space that have this exact issue. Okay, therefore the solution, what Content2Cash.io offers, is we place a media buyer, content manager, editor, short form content editor, and an appointment setter within your acquisition infrastructure to buy yourself out of manual acquisition tasks and to, predictably and also leverage kind of, sign on new people predictably. Okay. Next is a lack of inbound leads. Now, I see this typically with beginners. Now, a lot of beginners, they love doing outreach themselves, and they also love going through, like these Facebook groups and stuff like that. But the truth is this, the harsh truth is this, okay? If you do not build a personal brand, and if you do not put yourself out there on the internet and provide value to anybody, then nobody's going to buy from you, okay? We are in a whole different age, a whole new era of selling to people, okay? You need to build a personal brand if you want to hang and sell anything in 2024, okay? So the solution to this problem is we will use ads to bring qualified prospects to your page, and we will use content or conversion ads to make prospects engage, okay? Next is a lack of conversations with prospects, okay? So this is, another issue that I see is a lot of people make really, really good content, but they do not add call to actions within this content. How are you going to expect people to opt in and engage if, you do not add a call to action? Obviously, I know, people could like the videos, people could follow you and stuff like that. You can message them off that. But typically what I found, and especially, delivering the service that I deliver, is the people that comment, the keywords, they're 70-80% more likely to obviously hop on a call than the people who just like the videos, okay? Or save the videos or follow, okay? So the solution is we leverage and we add conversion mechanisms within your ads and your content to start conversations with your ideal prospects on behalf of you, done for you, okay? Next is a lack of time. Second to last is lack of time, okay? So a lot of people, a lot of coaches, they kind of run this model where it's like, it's only coaching, right? And, I have whole, other videos on why, just a one-man coaching model, service delivery model is wrong. And obviously, me comparing, the one-man coaching model to the Content2Cash system, and I'll drop that video below when I post this, obviously. But, obviously, if you're running a one-man team, then of course you're not gonna have any time to do anything, okay? And that's your fault for being selfish at the end of the day, okay? Therefore, what you need to do is you need to build a service delivery team around your offer to consistently and predictably, get new case studies that you can then leverage within your front-end marketing, okay? So, like I said, the solution is we will help you build leverage within your acquisition and your service delivery using the Content2Cash system and help you buy yourself out of acquisition and service delivery, okay? And then last but very not least is little to no accountability, okay? So the solution to, little to no accountability, which little to no accountability leads to a loss of motivation. The loss of motivation leads to less inputs being taken. Less inputs being taken means, your business growing at, a shitty rate essentially. So the solution to this is I myself hop on a one-on-one call with you twice a week to ensure that you are taking the proper inputs that are needed to scale your coaching business, okay? So from here, the only inputs you would have to perform yourself manually are recording content, short form content, and group calls with your clients. Now, notice how I didn't say one-on-one calls. I said group calls, okay? The Content2Cash system otherwise automizes and streamlines acquisition for your coaching program, okay? And this is how we do it, okay? So like I was explaining earlier, obviously, we have our follow ad to obviously drive traffic. Then we have our content, our short form content to nurture these prospects. Then from here, we have, a call to action within the content, which is a conversion mechanism meant to make people engage. And when people engage, a setter starts a conversation, and they leverage YouTube content, which we will help you build out to solve their inefficiencies. Okay. And then from here, obviously, if they're interested in a consultation, then that's a book call. However, if they're not, and they don't engage with any of the content, they just get retargeted on Meta, and they get retargeted to a conversion ad or a keyword ad. Okay. Then from here, they engage. Then obviously the setter starts a conversation and attempts to convert. And if not, and they're a stingy prospect, then they get redirected to a group. They get qualified. They get accepted and tagged in a lead magnet post, where they're supposed to opt in for a lead magnet and engage, which then starts a whole nother conversation with another setter, or the same setter, whatever it may be. And if they're interested in the consultation, then that's a book call. You see how this thing never ends, and we keep them in your pipeline forever. Okay, essentially how that works. Then when it comes to service delivery, obviously we have your front end marketing. They get closed, and then boom, onboarding starts. Okay, so your onboarding funnel needs to be in place. So obviously we have your payment page, then your onboarding video, then your thank you / calendar page where they can book a call with your client success manager or you if you're doing that yourself, if you don't have the capital yet. Then from here's the ramp up stage, where obviously you're gonna be ramping them up and giving them a base to kind of go off of. Okay, so you want to redirect them to your course material, and you want your CSM or you to track that they're actually going through their course material. Okay. And if they are, then cool. Then we move on to the next step. However, if not, then you need to stress the importance of going through the course material. Okay. So from here, obviously, what happens is you need to force a client to introduce themselves, to build new relationships, and network with new members. Because obviously, human nature will do more, or will make a bigger effort for others than we will for ourselves in terms of our goals. Okay. Therefore, it helps keep people accountable. And helps them keep taking action, which from there they'll turn into a case study. Okay, and then this paired with one-on-one calls 2 times a week with a client success manager, they're never gonna lose motivation. Okay. Then from here we also have the group calls. Okay, where you're gonna be taking. This is the only manual task that you will take in terms of service delivery. You will be kind of doing a client Q&A once or twice a week, where people could come in, they can ask you questions. Obviously, since you're the owner of the program and whatnot. And then obviously the goal of all this is to break limiting beliefs and to over deliver on value. And then from here, once you break these limiting beliefs and you provide them with so many insights, from here is implementation, where the client takes action in accordance with their new information and their new beliefs. And then from here, once they keep on taking action, paired with the accountability aspect, where they just never give up and they stay motivated, they'll turn into a case study. And then from here, once they turn into a case study, you leverage this within your front end marketing to sign on even more people. Okay, till you hit 100K a month, right? So that's essentially how this would kind of work. So like I said, that is how Content2Cash.io will solve all of your problems. Okay. So yeah, if you guys want to implement the Content2Cash system within your B2C coaching business, go ahead and book a call in the description. Obviously, I drop the link every single time. And if you're still a little skeptical on everything, and you kind of want to learn more, then just go through the rest of my videos. I guarantee you will become a client if you go through my videos. Okay. Then from there, obviously, once you're educated, and you know everything about the systems in depth, you book the call, and then from there you make the decision. Okay. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys on a call. I'll see you guys later. Peace.